In today's video, we're going to be talking about the secret to unlocking water damage jobs specifically from plumbers. But before we get into that part, there's one thing that you need to know. You've got to have the ability to work on the business, and you guys stop working in the business. You've heard that before, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in practice on this video today. Are you starting your day every day with things that you need to get accomplished, or are you just reacting to the fires that pop up throughout the day? Well, in this video today, it's going to come from an excerpt from some of my clients on one of my coaching calls, and I'm going to be walking you through some of the things that these guys are battling as they're trying to grow and scale their company. And guess what? They're going to be the exact same things that you probably struggle with in your business. Here's the deal. If you want to get more water damage jobs and you need to remove all the stuff out of the way so you've got the time to focus on that, you don't want to miss this video. Let's go. Before we dive into that, do me a favor, hit the like, the subscribe button, okay? Drop a comment down below, ask me a question, tell me where you're tuning in from. It'd mean a lot to me, I'll answer you back. And then number two, it shows the YouTube algorithm that you like the video. And so I ask that of you. With all that being said, let's hop in. What I want everybody to know is this. You need to know what the primary constraint in your business is. Does that make sense? And so for some of you guys, if you're not doing 14 or more water jobs a month, I'm just going to focus on getting more water jobs. Does that make sense? But once you're doing 20 water jobs a month, there might be some lower hanging fruit that we need to look at. And that's just going to go back to like, what's our average value of our water damage estimate? Does that make sense? And y'all should track this. You should put it into a spreadsheet. Would be hard to track. It's not hard. Ain't none of y'all doing that many jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like Pedro, one guy I know, Pedro did like 350 jobs a month. That's a lot of jobs, a lot of water jobs. But if I'm doing 350 water jobs, I'm going to pay even closer attention to my job average. Does that make sense? It's more important, not less important, because small tweaks, you get amazing leverage out of these things. Does that make sense? So I'm sharing this with you because it's easy to, I'm going to use the word get distracted. There's a lot of different things to work on in any given business, but not all of them yield the same returns on your time. Okay? And it's not always easy to know what the primary constraint in the business is. But in restoration, it's pretty easy. In this business I'm doing now, this is not so much. Okay? So in restoration, it was really simple. Call plumber, see plumber, meet plumber, build relationship with plumber, get more water jobs. Talk to plumber, get more water jobs. Put more money in the internet, get more water jobs. Like, this is pretty simple. Does that make sense? Now, there's a lot of things that you got to deal with. Renewing the tags, talking to somebody, about hiring somebody, getting your, IICRC things, but that's pointless. None of that moves the needle. You need to focus on revenue driving activities. That's it. That's what you want to focus on. In this business that I've got here, this is so different. So that's why I love business, because when you're in music and you're getting a record deal, how do you get your song played more on the radio? How do you do that? How does you can't. These are things that are so much bigger. There's no single lever that you can go to do that. Does that make sense? How do I get more bozos on my calendar that look more like you guys? You guys are in the coaching program. I need more of you. But you know what drives me damn bananas is I'm doing the same thing today that I did to get y'all. Still today. But it doesn't work consistently. Does that make sense? There's still ebbs and flows of seasons. I put out the same number of videos a week. I talk about the same stuff, but I can't make it just happen. Does that make sense? Y'all got it easy. You pick up the damn phone and you call somebody. You follow me? It's different with you guys because I can't just call you and tell you that you need more water jobs because you either already know that or you don't. And if you don't already know that, you ain't going to listen to a stranger named Shane tell you that either, are you? I'm sharing this with you because at some point in your business, it's going to become, well, Robert's there. Robert, it grew really quick until it didn't it? And it gets to be a certain size and there's not a single thing you can push. There's not a single thing that you can push. And eventually at some point, there's not a single problem. You can get more leads, but if you're already stretched thin at your capacity, you might need a new layer of management. And now you got to get a new person in a new seat, or do you hire a new person? And like, there's a lot of variables and unknowns when that happens. I'm sharing this with you because getting in front of plumbers and running these plays and having these conversations is so freaking easy, isn't it? It's very simple. Now, some of you guys are in more desolate areas than others, right? You might have to work a little harder than some of the other guys, but it's still about spending your time on revenue generating activities and protecting your calendar so that you only execute these revenue generating activities in this block of time. Does that make sense? So I play tennis 2 hours a day. It's on my calendar. Y'all can't book a call with me on that. Does that make sense? And the only reason why I get to do it is because I declared that time is going to be there. And guess what happens? When it's time for me to talk to somebody else, they're going to operate around what I want to do first. Does that make sense? Every one of y'all can do this right now. Do you know that? And you know what the bigger problem is? We got too much time in the day. If you only had 68 minutes to get all the shit done that you needed to get done, I bet you showed up ready to working. Does that make sense? But when you got 6 hours, you over lollygagging, checking the YouTubes. And then something breaks out during the day and it requires your attention. Now you didn't get done because you didn't operate with that intentionality. I just said intentionality. Don't even know if that's a real word. But you've got to run on and off the field. Does that make sense? Coach used to always tell us, you sprint on the field, you sprint off the field. Like, and I don't know if y'all played ball, but dude, when you see 11 men sprint into the huddle, like that tells you something about that team. Like y'all may not be, that you may beat them, but they are going to fight you for 60 minutes. That's a well-coached team. Hey guys, real quick, in case you didn't know, I help people just like you grow and scale your water damage restoration business. If you are interested in me helping you grow and scale your company, go to workwithshane.com. We hop on a 15-minute call to see if we're a good fit. Workwithshane.com. Now, let's go back to the video. I'm sharing this with you. Okay, we got on this because like, I was telling Robert, like, if it ain't your problem, don't worry about it yet. Does that make sense? And Robert, when you came in this program, you're at a revenue mark where it didn't necessarily make sense for you to come in here, but you also knew that you've been stuck there. And true or false, the things that we teach you doing plumbers is helpful, right? Like the things that you can do, like it's just helpful.
Working.
Yeah.
Working.
And all I would tell you is the same thing that I've told Caleb, which would be, here's what he said. Yeah, if I'd actually come in the program, I would have grown a lot faster, a lot bigger, a lot more quickly. Does that make sense? And so for Robert's point, he's just learning this so that if and when he wants to spin up a satellite location, it's real. I'm going to tell everybody, here's the secret formula to growing an additional $3 million out of a satellite location. You ready? Satellite location, an hour away. Okay. Here's what you do. Number one, get to critical mass on that location. What are we going to do, guys? Turn on the internet. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to get a BDR and we're going to call plumbers and we're going to run these plumber plays. And here's all you need. You need one truck, 2 guys, and a sales guy. Turn on the internet and a plumber. And I'm telling you, this is how guys go from 0 to $3.5 million within 12 months in a single location. This is it. Because either you're going to run these plumber plays or you're not. And if you do, I swear to God, if you just focus on getting your 10th plumber to his 4th installment of the drip, and like that's all you do, somebody tell me that won't work in any market. And if that doesn't work, you tell me what will. You already know that level of activity is going to wreck your operations, what it's going to do. But when you're big enough to where you're opening up a satellite location, guess what? You don't care. That ain't your problem because you got somebody else helping you. Does that make sense? When you're spinning up that next location, and this is probably more for you, Robert, you've got a sales guy, you've got a business development guy, a BDR. The internet's going to do what the internet's going to do. You got your BDR and your sales guy. Does that make sense? And literally 1 truck, 2 technicians, and then 2 trucks, 4 technicians. And you know why this is so beautiful? All the phone calls, they're not going to that branch. They're going back to the main office. Does that make sense? You're sharing the overhead. And once you've got it done where your estimator ain't got to go out in the field, yes, one estimator in Topeka, Kansas can write all of your stuff in Nowhere, Alaska, because they don't go out there. Does that make sense? I'm sharing all of this because I'm trying to paint some of these. This is a vision for some of you guys, okay? But it all starts with getting more water jobs. And then we're here because we know we got to do the push-ups and the burpees, but we don't want to. I don't even care what you eat. If you go to CrossFit every day and do 100 burpees, I bet your life will change after a certain period of time. True or false? Like some things, you don't even have to want to do it. You know, it's like saving money and investing in crypto or the stock market. You don't even have to believe in it. Just do it and you're going to get the return. If you want to be a good cook, you need to spend some time in the kitchen. If you want to get more water jobs from plumbers, you probably going to need to pick up the phone and call them and go spend some time with them. Anyway, I share these things with you because I want to make sure that we're keeping our eye on what's the most important thing. And not every business is the same. What I'm doing here, when I'm making content, like I attract y'all with content. Like there's not an obvious button. Like I take that back. I could probably pick up the phone and just go call a bunch of people and probably sell some stuff, but that only gets me to a certain size, guys. Do you understand? Like I have to learn how to attract you rather than go catch you, because I can only do so much catching. So I have to attract. Does that make sense? That's not an easy thing to do. That takes a long time. I want y'all to know restoration is different. It can grow very quickly. Let me tell you something else before I get out of here. There's going to be seasons of your life that you ain't got it as good as you got it right now. There'll be seasons of your life to where your kids are sick, someone's not healthy, grandparents are dying, parents are dying, loved ones are sick, okay? You will go through seasons. I probably got a few guys over 40. I ain't got to tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go enough trips around the sun, some of them are harder than others, and it has nothing to do with you. Does that make sense? I don't care, but like your kid comes out of the closet and you're big Christian, that might be a problem. Your spouse comes out of the closet, we're gonna have to talk about that, you know? But like these things happen. And what I'm telling you, the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's very important that you spend the amount of time that you have when you have good time. When I lost 3 grandparents in 9 months and was an executor over an estate and had to go back and forth to oversee that after COVID, that was a shitty 2 years. You understand? That was 2 years of shit. And these are 3 people that raised me. They raised me and I had to deal with COVID. Okay? That's just a bad season. But it's just really important. So the reason why I'm telling you all of this is like, just be mindful. If you've got time, make sure that you're honoring that time. Does that make sense? And another way to say, if you got little kids at home, spend time with your little kids. They ain't gonna be little forever. Does that make sense? And it's why it's important to bust your ass and get the work done when you can work so you can spend that time with them later. And for some of you guys, I don't know if it's any of you guys on this call, but like, some guys I know work 80 hours a week. You can't do that, man. Like your spouse ain't gonna put up with it. Your kids ain't gonna put up like if you can't get it done in 45 hours, that's a you problem. Does that make sense? There's too many people out there that can do the work with their thumbs, and it doesn't take that many hours to go call plumbers. If you're working that much, I say that. In the first few years, you work a lot. You know what I'm saying? But dude, get up earlier. Go to work at 3 a.m. I did it for like 8 years. Okay? Why? Because I couldn't stay married if I was coming home at 7 o'clock at night. I learned my wife never knew what time. She always knew what time I came home, but she never knew what time I left. So I started leaving at 3 in the morning. This is a true story. I started doing that in 2016. I learned a lot in those years. And that's the reason why y'all got to do that is because like there's a Shane out there in your market. He may not be running the business yet. He may still be in college. He may be in the military, but I'm telling you, you don't want to face that dude that's willing to get up at 3 in the morning to go work. You understand? And most of you guys are going to get taken out by a better version of your younger self. That's what's going to happen. That hungrier version of you will come up and kick your ass. Don't let that happen. And that's why you got to get ready now, because if you beat that puppy hard enough when he's young, he ain't never going to try and bite the hand. You know what I'm saying? You got to stomp him out early. We got any dads in here? You can still throw that 14, 15-year-old kid around, but he hits you and that shit hurt. And you're like, I ain't letting him know it hurt, but damn, I don't know how many more of those I got left in me. But you still get him. He's scared to death of you. But like once he starts to believe that he can take you, dude, you are done. Once they get that pride, dude, they get that spirit about them, you're toast. But you know what they say? Like Toby Keith said, I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. And then you know what they all say this? The last thing to go is what? The power. And lastly, before we go, just remember, y'all are going to have to do this work, okay? And as you grow and you get a bigger company, you get a right hand, it's imperative that you always know how these switches work inside the cockpit. Does that make sense? And you ain't got to get in there and wrestle the bear every day, but you need to be willing and you need to be able. You need to always be willing and you need to always be able. And if you're neither of those two, it's just a matter of time before it's going to be a problem. And it goes back for your team, guys. They don't need you to go out after hours, but they need to know that you would. Guys, if you didn't already know, the two biggest problems you're going to have in owning a restoration company are this. Number one, getting consistent water damage jobs coming in the door. Number two, getting paid what you're worth for those water damage jobs. For that reason, I'm addressing both those problems with these videos to my left or right. On one side, it's about getting jobs. On the other side, it's about getting paid. Go over there, click the link. I'll see you in the next video.